Let's talk math. In the House, Republicans can lose 19. In the Senate, they can lose a grand total of 2.
It always comes down to numbers on Capitol Hill. Republicans have 237 seats in the House. They lost a few because some joined the Trump administration. But they have 237. You need 218 to pass the bill. 0 Democrats are going to go along, okay? So you have unanimous
You don't
Democratic.
think a single Democrat in Congress today will vote for
this
Republican
plan,
repeal? For this plan?
For this plan, very unlikely. So if you've got 237, you've got to have 218, which means you can lose 19 max. Now, there's another important number. There are 30 members in what's called the House Freedom Caucus, those most conservative groups who are likely to oppose this from the right, which means that Paul Ryan is going to have a big headache getting his members to the right to go along with this because they alone have the power to say whether this passes or not.
Let's see what involvement the White House gets, right?
Yep.
Tweet number 1 from earlier today, Donald Trump says our wonderful new health care bill is now out for review and negotiation. Hold on to that word. Obamacare is a complete and total disaster. It's imploding fast. A few moments ago, we sent this. I am working on a new system where there will be competition in the drug industry. Pricing for the American people will come way down. The key word in all this is negotiation.
Exactly.
And that's how he sees it.
How many times has Donald Trump said the word deal in his campaign and his presidency? It must be in the millions right now. That's the way he looks at it. He does not take an ideological view of this. If he could get people to agree on something, and if he could bring some Democrats along, I was just talking about how they're mostly opposed, if he could bring some Democrats along, he'd be darned happy about it.
Rand Paul's getting a lot of attention, and for good reason. Said the following just last hour on Fox and Friends, calling it Obamacare light.
I think he's open-minded on this. He wants Obamacare repealed like all conservatives do, but he realizes that conservatives have a lot of objections. The House bill that's been put forward is Obamacare light. It won't work, but I think Obamacare light doesn't fix it, and I think it's a real mistake to go for this. But the negotiation will be conservatives saying, hey, we're not going to take Obamacare light.
Are they?
The margins are even tighter in the Senate, 52 Republicans. They're going to do it through what's called reconciliation, so they don't need 60 votes. 52, they got to have 50 plus the vice president. They can only lose a couple. Very, very difficult because you have people like Rand Paul who are calling this Obamacare light. They think the tax credits are really Obamacare subsidies by another name. They see some of the taxes staying on from Obamacare to this new plan. You have those people, plus you have those Republican senators from states that have expanded Medicaid under Obamacare, and they're worried about what's going to happen to that in their states.